Alright guys, welcome to Off the Battlefield. We're bringing it back for the, I think, third time now, and I'm joined by the delightful R23. Hello Alex.
Hello Tristan, good to be here.
Yeah, it's
but
good.
Also for the third time.
Yeah, and basically we're starting a new podcast. We're going to be doing, so me and Alex's bit, we're going to be talking about, recent tournament results in the EU, like who's been on the rise, who's beaten who, and stuff like that. They're going to have like the main sort of topic, sort of bulk of the episode, and that's today's going to be, I'm talking with Prof. We're talking about the new UK power rankings, so that should be interesting. And then right at the end with you, I've got another UK star, I've got VA, and I'm talking to him about his Smash goals, basically, so how he's going to, where he wants to be in Smash, how he's going to get there, all that sort of stuff, so it should be some, hopefully you'll enjoy it, and it should be some good stuff. Right, so yeah, we'll crack on with the first part. Past tournaments, so we had Syndicate a while back. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, Syndicate was in the Netherlands. As ridiculously big tournament.
Yeah.
Got it down here. There was 200 entries for melee singles, so it was quite big for Smash 4 and for melee.
Yeah.
So
I got Armada, West Balls, Ice, 1, 2, 3, and then we got Fuzzy in fourth over Prof. Which is a big surprise for a lot of UK people.
Fuzzy has an absolutely insane losers run. So he went. Looking at the bracket, I'm trying to scroll back through losers. I can't even see who sent him into losers. That's how.
I think it was Armada. I think it was Armada 3.
Oh, okay. Because he was seeded quite low, wasn't he? Because he's not been doing too.
Yeah.
Before this, he'd done Beast. He didn't do very well. At Air, he lost to Leffen's Mewtwo, which is you'd expect Charles. I don't know. Leffen's Mewtwo obviously fantastic, and Leffen's way above him as a player.
Yeah. That set was kind of dumb, to be honest. Like, Charles won 2 games with Falcon and then switched to all these other garbage characters.
He went Jigs and Marth, I heard.
Yeah, it was awful. I remember watching it back and just being sad.
But
yeah, at Syndicate, so he lost 2-0 to Armada, but then he went 3-0 against Armsa, 3-1 against Over, and then 3-0 against Prof. And then 2-3 against Ice, which was a really crazy set as well. So.
Yeah, because all the other players he has beaten recently, he beat Amster at DreamHack, he beat Over at I think he beat Over at STR10, or he beat him at Kickstart and lost to him in losers. Wait, it was STR10 where he lost to him in losers, right? Yeah,
no, but he beat him in it was Kickstart 9, I think, or Kickstart 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember talking about that. And then he had the insane set against Ice where he went 2-0 down, and then he brought it back to 2-2, playing incredibly well, and then he just got 4 stocks in game 5, and it was just
Did he play stocks the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that was a pretty crazy set from Syndicate. Other results, there was some other stuff that's actually quite interesting outside of the top 8, or the very top. So Android beat Triff 2-1, and Zagetto beat Triff 3-1 as well. So
Zagetto beating Triff, I'm more surprised about.
Yeah. So that's
Android. So I think Android and Triff are probably a very similar level anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
Android
has ridiculous amount of matchup practice, right?
Yeah. Obviously, yeah.
Armada's brother.
Yeah.
Practicing into way better Peach a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Zagetto 3-1 over Triff is pretty big, because there aren't any absolute knockout Peaches in the Netherlands. Obviously there are Peaches there, but
yeah, there's Mark who's pretty good, but he's not on that level.
Yeah.
Definitely not. He's sort of good European player as opposed to one of our top 20 levels.
Yeah, not the elite. Yeah. So yeah, that was definitely a bit of a tournament. Also, speaking of outside of top 8, this is a list of 4 players: Android, Armsa, Yappy, Triff, and none of those players managed to make top 8 at this tournament. So definitely super stacked and very interesting stuff to see.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Baxon got top 8 at this tournament, beating Mai and
Yappy,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, then took 3 over Yappy as well. So definitely that's I don't want to say expected, but it is a favourable matchup and it's definitely one he's familiar with. So maybe a little bit of a fortunate bracket there, but helping out Baxon very much.
So is Syndicate meant to be is it going to be a yearly thing?
I think so, because they were posting about it as Syndicate 2016. So I would expect them to come back next year.
Hopefully the melee side's a bit bigger for that. So it looks like there was quite a few UK players that went to it. Death Gazer went, Hal went. I think Yenifs was there.
Oh yeah.
So there's a whole range of people.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's always good to get a lot of UK people travelling, Always nice to see.
Yeah, probably won't happen again. Well, obviously it happened for Big House a bit. We've got like 20 people going, but I think the next one will probably be Beast 7 that everyone gets out to.
Yeah, 20. So definitely something next year, I'm imagining.
Yeah, always really good for getting to that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so speaking of UK, we had a UK tournament the week after Syndicate. That was Kickstarter. And yeah, interesting results from this. First place, Ice. Second place, Westballs. Then third, Zago. Fourth, Over Triforce. And then fifth, Prof and Armstar. And then Fuzzy and VA just in there at seventh place. So, did you see any sets from this?
I re-watched Ice Westballs. I watched all of it, which was a ridiculous set. I saw a lot of the games leading up to top 8, so I saw AMSA versus Westballs.
Yeah,
which
that was crazy.
Crazy that AMSA managed to do it. That's why the results of this tournament did end up a bit weird, where Ice got 2 shots at Westballs instead of the one that he would normally get.
Yeah. Because he actually lost the first set 1-3 and then brought it back 3-2 in the second, so...
Yeah, it's probably like a bit of adaptation there or something along those lines. So then, like, Westballs being a losers early on meant that, like, Mai missed out on top 8, Fuzziness only got 7, Prof got 5th, because they all just had to play up against Westballs.
Yeah. It's interesting about this Armstar coming over Westballs, because I didn't even realise, when I was looking at the bracket, Westballs actually 3-0'd him at Syndicate, which was just the week before.
Yeah.
So, and like Armstar be able to like make the change between then and between 1 week and the next to be able to take it 3-1 over Westballs is a really big deal.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So I don't know, maybe Westballs was like a bit. I don't want to like jog for it, but he's like maybe a bit off because like I see he's 3-2 versus Charlon.
Yeah, I've written that down as well. Something very noticeable.
So I don't know, but like the win that Amsa got, like it looked legit. It looked like Amsa was definitely like trying.
Oh yeah. He was definitely.
Westballs, he's not going to set out to lose the set, is he? So even though he does have like a reputation for sandbagging, like I think there's a difference between like Paul's Westballs, where like versus Time Muffin, he kind of trolled a bit.
Yeah.
And Time Muffin got a game and maybe could have won it if he. Because he got down to like 1 stock versus Alcohol FT or something. Mm-hmm. But like, Paul's Westballs is notorious for sandbagging. I'm not sure if it's the same in bracket.
No, I definitely think like I watched it back on Twitch and I saw some people joining for him in the chat, but like he definitely wanted to win against Armstar. He definitely didn't want to lose.
Yeah.
Much as you might have a bit of a sheep problem, some people say, but it's like
because he's 3-2 over Triforce as well. In the bracket, and he's got losses to like Ladandus.
Yeah.
Who's like way below him. Swedish who is on the come up, but
yeah.
You see Westballs as like the tier above.
Yes, 100%. Speaking of, we're just speaking about Armstar. Another Dutch player who got some pretty insane results is Zagetto. So obviously you mentioned back at Syndicate he beating Baxon and Triff, but then at Kickstart, 3-2 over Fuzzy, 3-1 over Armstar, and then going to Game 5 against Ice as well. So really good stuff from him. Yeah,
it's really solid. Like when him and Adam, when they came back, they made like these huge tweets, didn't they? They were like, "Oh, Europe sucks. Like we're going to show you how much it will suck." Which is like they're trying to be the villains, right? They're trying to convince people. One, it's like them bigging themselves up, and 2, it's like you guys need to try, or we're just going to destroy you, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like it's good to see that like he's proving.
Yeah.
He's put the work in, and it's like obviously showing.
Yeah, it's backing up his smack talk, which is exactly what you want to see, you know. Otherwise, it's just pointless. So Kickstart definitely something. I also just want to touch on a few of the sort of earlier bracket results that were like slightly interesting in their own ways, especially for a bunch of the UK players. So Time Muffin managed to take a game off VA, so that was a 3-1 set. So that's pretty impressive for Time Muffin, who's been shooting up the UK rankings.
Yeah, I think we got him in at 13th or something. He was like ridiculously low in the last one because we just didn't have enough Scottish info. His brother does play Peach though, so I'd expect him to have like a lot of practice in the matchup again. I feel like that's not how a lot of like we said that about Android and Treff. It's like these sort of matchups, having a lot of practice can help you take a game or two.
Definitely. Also, Shifting Shadows 3-1 over Alpha Dash, so that's definitely.
I don't think before this he'd ever beat him.
No. I think that's definitely an upset, even though Shifting
big
also
upset.
risen up the ranks. Like it's still, you know, Alpha Dash is definitely considered top 10, so being able to just do that 3-1, which is quite convincing. is a big deal.
Yeah, definitely. Like shift. So I don't really know what shifting's doing like practice wise. But he like managed to take he took a set off me, he took a set off Alpha Dash. He took a set. I think he also beat Frenzy at this tournament.
Yeah, he did. He was 2-1.
Which is like
yeah. That was fun. I think
the Kickstart 8, I think, or 9. He almost took a set off Prof as well.
Oh.
He like took first game and second game was really close. Third game he kind of got blown up, so like maybe Prof adapted to him, but well, obviously like he changed something.
Yeah. But it's still like being able to push the top players to that.
Forcing him to try.
Exactly. Which is something that a lot of the other UK players just don't even have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Prips 3-2 over Frenzy, which is also like another one of the big upsets for the UK players. I mean, Prips kind of a bit Swedish, but you know, he's living in the UK at the moment.
I think he's been in the UK for about a year now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Prips has always been pretty solid. He's got like a really good punish game in his neutrals, like pretty safe. But he had like massive raid like mindset issues and would like SD and then just get flustered and then kill himself and give up. So but like he's sorted that out a bit, I think. So he's got like he's like used to playing with like 3 stocks or 2.5, and now he's like actually playing with 4 stocks more often than not. So
yeah, it's definitely
interesting to see how he does at like other UK events now that he's like pushed up, because he never would like get upset by anything super bad. But he's one of these people who'd never get upset, but he'd also never make upsets.
Yeah.
Sort of like in the Manula range where like you're not losing to people outside the top 25, but you're not beating anyone above like 20.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
So see if Brips can like advance up from that.
Yeah. In fact, tournament I want to touch on, because we also going to touch on upcoming events next weekend, as well as Big House happening, which a lot of the UK players are going to, especially like the top lot, so Prof and Fuzzy, yourself as well. There's another event simultaneously in England, Smashbox, which is run by Team Phoenix, which is kind of like
best of the rest.
Yeah, best of the rest, exactly. So
who's on the? So I saw Alpha Dash is on it. I saw Deathgaze is on it. So who else is
over Triforce, Dev, Deathgazer, Alpha Dash, How, Time Muffin, Hen.
Also, Scotland's getting down to that's cool.
Yeah, and then Prips is going to be there as well, and that's kind of like the bulk of the of the ranked or like the high level players who are there.
Yeah.
So that's definitely going to be an interesting top 8, because there's a lot of those sets can go either way as well. Deathgazer, Alpha Dash, How 2 against both of those players as well. And then Triforce also go back and forth, and then Time Muffin throwing him in the mix as well. Like.
Yeah, for like some of these Scottish players, we've got no idea how. We don't have like for example, Biartarog versus Deathgazer, we have like Smash Rank. We've got like 10 sets they've played, and we can be like, Deathgazer is going to win that one sometimes, but maybe Vincent will have a chance because he's got a set or 2. Time Muffin is someone who like we don't have enough data outside of Scotland to be like, this set's probably going to go this way. So seeing someone like him or Hen, seeing how they do versus the English lot is always really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I'm honestly really glad to see events being held in the Midlands again, because obviously it airs in the Midlands, but excluding that, like there just wasn't anything there, and it's just a good meeting place, from people from the south and from Scotland and the north that actually get together and play each other.
Yeah, because the last one was the last big one was that Coventry one we went to in March or something.
Yeah, that was the same. It was the same team. It was Rise and Shine 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels like forever ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I remember I was looking through. I was doing my research for the next section, which is going to be talking about the rankings list. I was looking through people's old profiles, Smash ranking, and I was like, I see a result from like June, and I'm just like, no, that was ages ago. Like so March.
Yeah, it's changed since then.
Yeah, so much has gone on in UK Smash since then, which is really exciting to see. Also, I just noticed this from Kickstart. Sorry, I literally just glanced back at the bracket, but BR Tarog 3-2 over Time Muffin in the loser side, so a really close set there as well.
Yeah, I've only got a game off my so
yeah,
they're like right next to each other in the rankings now, but like at the time you'd be like,
yes, yeah,
that's really close. And I know BR Tarog is someone who's really solid in friendlies, but has been like dropping games and sets even to like quite a lot of people who are ranked lower than him in tournament.
Yeah.
So that's like it's a good win for him to get.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's quickly move on to the last tournament we're going to cover, which is this Forward Smash in France. This was invitational. Basically, all the big, a lot of the top French players, plus Westballs, pretty much.
I didn't realize it was an invitational.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, and it was like €40 buy-in as well, even though it was like 16-man bracket.
Wow.
So it was exactly. It wasn't just like, a normal style tournament. It was like, we're going to make a big pot with just a small number of people to have to make this a big thing, actually worth happening.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, my okay, so Westballs won that. Okay, kind of unsurprised. Mai coming in second over Seer.
I think I saw a tweet from him saying that he hadn't beaten Seer before.
Yeah.
I'm just going to check on Smash Rank whilst you go through the rank.
Yeah. Then in fourth place we had Leon, and then fifth Belia and Charlon. So Charlon, another interesting player because he's been in NorCal for about 6 months.
Yeah.
With all them, so he's definitely taken a thing or two back from that. Picked up a little trick here or there.
I think he's been. I wasn't sure how much he'd been playing, but he's come back and he almost beat VA at Kickstart. 3-2 of Westballs at Kickstart as well, and then here he's beat Seer, who one of the top 20 players in Europe probably.
Yeah. And also about it's funny. It's just a little side story about Charlon was he was telling me that just the way he plays, and this is something he learned from NorCal, was just never play for fancy stuff or for stylish stuff. And if you see, he said to me, if you see someone, if you're playing as someone and they pop off because they've done something fancy, you should not pop off with them. You should not celebrate it because you don't want to celebrate playing for style. You want to celebrate playing to win. And that's what you want to encourage, which is really interesting to see. But yeah, the kind of the story I want to highlight on here is Forward Smash is Mai against Westballs, because these guys actually played. In both of the tournaments before that we mentioned, they played at Syndicate, I believe, and then they played at Kickstart as well. Yeah, okay. So at Syndicate, it was 2-0 Westballs against Mai. Then at Kickstart, it was 3-1 Westballs against Mai. And then at Forward Smash, it was 3-1 in winners for Westballs, and then 3-2 Mai in the first set of grands, and then 3-1 Westballs in the second set.
So you're saying Mai is downloading Westballs?
I'm not, I'm not saying, if they play again, Mai is going to win straight away, but it's it's really promising to see what I consider not in the, someone who's not in the European elite, someone who's just a high level European player, but not in the very top.
Yeah.
Actually really putting on a show against Westballs, who is almost in the god tier of Smash players, and being able to, actually work something out so he's able to take a set off him, even though I think it was his Fox, right?
Yeah, because so I looked up the mods for it, so I was like, what happened here? And then it's his Fox, so it's it doesn't mean as much, but it's still a really fantastic player. His Fox, and his Fox is still really, really good.
And with Mai having had some shaky performances against Fox, I remember him getting double 3-stocked by Mint.
He got absolutely rocked by him.
Yeah, but then being able to see him play so well against Westballs is really impressive, I think.
Yeah. Going through the rest of it, Seer getting third, he beat everyone else basically. So beat Belia, after losing to Charlotte, that is, beat Leon. Beat Willie.
Yeah, he went on a crazy losers run from losers round 2.
Beat everyone.
Yeah.
Almost lost to Explo, who's ICs from France as well.
Oh, really?
He hasn't been around the guy hasn't been around very long.
Okay. I wonder if that's the French players all not knowing how to play against ice climbers, which is something I've heard, because
they don't have it. He's like that only. He's only been playing a year or so, I think, and he's
okay.
Now he's their prominent ice climber mate.
Mm-hmm.
And they're one of the only countries, along with Netherlands, who don't really have a super strong ice climbers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's impressive that he took Seer to Game 5 as well, because that's definitely a very favoured matchup for Samus. you know, almost. I don't want to say as bad as Peach, but like.
I hear a lot of Icy's mains frustrated about it.
I think I would say at least 70-30, honestly. Like, and that's extreme for any matchup that you want to play in Smash.
Yeah.
Right, so I think that pretty much wraps up our tournament wrap up.
Okay.
But yeah, next thing I'm going to be on with Prof, so you'll have that in a second. We'll do some movie magic and edit that all together beautifully. And me and Alex will be back in 2 weeks' time for the next episode, talking about all the other good things that have gone on. So thank you very much, Alex.
See you then. Bye.
Peace. Right, now we're moving on to the next section of the podcast. We're talking about the main topic for this week, and that is the new UK Top 25 rankings. And I've got one of the panelists, VWS Professor Pro himself. Welcome, Aaron.
Hello. Hey, guys.
Okay, yeah, so we've had the new rankings list. You're on it. How was the whole process of making it?
Yeah, this one was a lot different. Basically, a lot of people got kicked out, and a lot of new newbies came in. So it was a weird mixture of. I'm struggling to find if it's basically there's a lot of old people that dropped off, and I don't know where I would rank them anymore. Like the people that are inactive, but there's also new people who I feel are deserving. So there's this weird kind of conflict of, is it these guys are only on because the old guys are inactive, or do they actually earned it? There's this whole kind of dilemma in my head going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of players you got Unreal, you've got Jelly, you got Jolteon. They've all just dropped off completely because of inactivity.
Yeah, so it's hard to see where they would still be on the ranking. So, but this one's really interesting because there's a lot of changes. Probably the most changes we've actually had so far.
Yeah, definitely. Some people jumping up 12 places and stuff like that. It's pretty impressive. Some down 8 as well. That's a rough one. Okay, yeah, so we'll go through there. We're going to break it down 5 at a time. We're going to start at the top 5. So, yourself right at the top there, Professor Pro.
Nice. Very nice.
So that's a little bit interesting. Some people, after VA beat Armstrong, they managed to take a set of you. People talk about him being, maybe the second best, but...
It was definitely Fuzziness' Syndicate performance that saved him. That kind of saved him. Because I think he was definitely going to move down, but him going to Syndicate kind of showed that he's still deserving of second. I still feel like he'll probably struggle in some matches. You were commentating when you saw him nearly lose to Alpha Dash, right? And you saw how super close that was. Yeah. So part of me still thinks that he's gonna have that whole matchup crisis because when he goes to America, that's not gonna work against the really solid players. He's gonna have to have a really solid solution to these people, and I really hope that he just finds some way to stick it out. Not switch, but yeah.
Syndicate, a big deal. So, right, below the top 3, who we've had for a long time, we've got Dev. He's staying still at 4th place. I think he's kind of established on there. And then the new big entry is Mint, 5th place now.
Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. He's surpassed R23 Frenzy Alpha Dash just straight away, and it was kind of undebatable. Even a few people chucking him above Dev in the back room. I forgot who it was. So some people actually put him at 4th. But it's kind of crazy. I think it's gonna be. I think he's gonna be the only one who could potentially get top 3. Yeah, basically. Okay. Maybe I know other people below aren't gonna be happy hearing that, but I just don't see it at the moment. I don't see anyone else potentially getting top 3 except for Mint. I think and that's just me being honest. So we'll see what the other people have to offer, but what do you think? I think on the 6 to 10 range, it does kind of feel like none of them have the same. Mint's got something that those guys just haven't got in terms of his approach or just the way he is looking at the game and his seriousness towards the game. And I could see I think it honestly made me more likely if someone lower down, just suddenly went on a spurt and then decided, they're gonna play like Mint. That's kind of it's kind of just who gets into that state of mind where they're I'm just gonna constantly just work and work on the right things as well. Yeah. I definitely think it's gonna be Mint who's gonna be the first to crack top 3. I think Dev is kind of a gatekeeper. Maybe Dev might be a gatekeeper for just cracking into that area. But we've seen Mint go Mint. Almost beating over Triforce in best of 5, and it's that's insane. Also being IE, AD, Shimp. But I still think he hasn't put himself on the line to lose as well as much.
Okay.
Which I feel is important because you need to put yourself on the line to lose, and he hasn't done that. He's had really good performances every time he's come by and basically performed, but he hasn't been around where he could lose to someone randomly potentially. Who he quote unquote shouldn't lose to, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Like, it's because we only see such like brief snippets of him when he's over in the UK. It's like we haven't, like, you know, we're not a lot of people who are behind him and thinking like, oh yeah, the pressure's on you now to win. Like, he's always been a bit of the outsider and kind of the underdog, at least at the start as well.
Yeah, because if you think about it, he's only actually been to three tournaments outside the island, 2 kickstarts, 1 air. And it's still kind of impressive that he's actually 5th already after just 3 tournaments. But he's definitely going to have to put himself on the line to lose and also to win as well. But obviously he can gain... Basically, we just need more information from him because we don't have enough information for him. But he's still at 5th. So we still respect what we see, but we still need more before he can ever move above where he is at the moment. Basically.
Definitely.
Because there was a bit of a debate of people saying that he might be above Dev, but it's like that's completely baseless in my point of view.
Okay, yeah, that's probably just people thinking like in terms of how they played against Dev and how they played against Mint. Like,
it is pretty much all from that. But which is it's valid, but it's not valid at the same time. Like. We can't take that information and be like, okay, let's apply it to the list. Like,
exactly.
We can never ever do that. So.
You can have your personal opinion that's based on that, but like the list is, you know, is based on results. That's the point of it.
Yeah. Mint 5th, solid.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. All right, so moving on in the 6 to 10, we got SDS RT3, 8-bit, Planet Frenzy, Alpha Dash, Death Gazer, and Shifting Shadows in that order. So that's 6 through 10. RT3 sticking in, 6th place.
Yeah. You know what's kind of crazy? I think Frenzy's the only person to actually fully switch main and have a drastic change in his results.
Yeah.
Which I never actually thought about, because other people have done it, but Frenzy. He was originally Samus? Was it?
Yeah,
Samus,
it was like a Samus and then a Marth for a bit.
Yeah,
and then
all of them were leaving him probably around the. I don't even think top 25. Like, it was maybe like
maybe top
30. 30, like it was pretty low. And then he made a change, and he was. I remember when he was like, "I'm a Falco main," and I was just like. Here we go again. I was thinking about me. He actually stuck out with it, and it actually made a huge difference. Not even like it's pretty. He's 7th. He's 7th. He's 7th in the UK from like 7th from no one basically. So he's the only one who's actually done that, which I had to give big props to. So.
I remember last time, like, he was 15th and I was 16th or something like that, and I was super salty that he was 1 point above me.
I think I do remember that, actually.
Now like, what? His shot is, like, right at the top, you know, completely.
Yeah, so... he's got triple R in his big house pools as well, so... Yeah. He could actually come through getting first in his big house pool, which would be a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, that would be really great. That would be amazing to see, you know. Frenzy going far at an American tournament. Obviously, we don't want to put the pressure on him, you know. He did say to me, like, he's just going there because he can play Americans literally for like 4 months straight. Like, and that's what he wants. He wants to get that experience.
Yeah, I was actually saying, like, this. I don't know if there's a correlation between how much people, like, when they start getting good and then people start putting pressure on them. Like, because people notice they're getting good. I always feel like, well, from what I've seen, it seems like they start to drop off after everyone starts expecting stuff from them. Which I was like I don't know how we could really address that, like, because it's gonna happen regardless. I think it's just on the player. Yeah, because people are gonna. I kind of feel like that with Zork a bit as well.
Yeah.
Like Zork, everyone was like Zork's on the cuff, and then like at Syndicate he kind of underperformed. And another tournament before that he kind of underperformed.
Yeah.
And like every time I look at him afterwards and I'll speak to him, it's always like nerves related.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how much of that is that we've put on him because now he's known as that guy who's basically, he's the guy who's he's just growing, and everyone starts putting pressure on him, and then I feel like that kind of makes them start to crumble, and I don't want Frenzy to fall. I'm not saying Frenzy has fallen into that department, but I've seen slight signs that he might, and I really want him to potentially acknowledge that, and just basically just prevent it.
So. Yeah, it's like you're gonna always have this reaction where you notice that it's different now. People are treating you different, or people are like expecting different things from you. It's like whether that completely stops you in your tracks, or whether you just like notice it and then adjust to it, and just.
It's important because it's basically whether you get better or you become stagnant.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
Yeah, you got to take these things as a learning experience. So as well as that, below Frenzy we got an 8th and 9th. Alpha Dash, Death Gazer are both down a little bit. This is kind of, I don't mean to segue, just as you said, getting a bit stagnant, but these are the old guard players who've been hanging around top 10, but they are getting overtaken by a bunch of new people right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, speaking to Alpha Dash, I know that his results definitely is a mixture of him not playing the game as much anymore, and he's definitely been losing to people like worse ranked people, and having a harder time with worse ranked people. So that's definitely taken a toll on his results. As you can see, he's moved down 3 spots. Even he agreed on the list that he was at least around that area. So he definitely had to move down. Death Gazer, I think it's a similar story of Death Gazer, but I feel like he hasn't lost to anyone. Like, he hasn't lost to as bad people as Alpha Dash has, but I don't think he's beaten better people than Alpha Dash has. So he's just like remained kind of like stagnant-y and stayed around the same area, while people like Frenzy have just gotten better. So
when I see Death Gazer down 2, like I don't really see like Death Gazer's got 2 points worse. I kind of just see 2 people who have just shot past him. 2 people.
That's literally how I see it.
You can just see it's Min and Frenzy. It's like it's the people who've gone up.
Yeah.
Then we got a big high rise at the end, up 4 players. Well, I don't know, up 4 players is pretty good. To 10 Shifting Shadows, so the Scottish Falcon player.
Yeah, R23 actually like reminded me how kind of consistent Shifting Shadows actually is. Like, he doesn't really actually lose to people that are a lot worse than him.
Yeah.
Like, he's pretty consistent, so he definitely deserved that. He's taken out Frenzy.
Yeah, he's taken out Frenzy. Alpha Dash, I think that was 3-1 at Kickstart.
Yeah.
Also beating Time Muffin and Mike Hagar as well in air.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Even I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Like loses round 2 or 3 or something, I think.
Part of me hates every single time Scotland goes up, because Scotland are like the most prideful out of all of us. And they every single time like something happens, they always like jump on it. But in a fun way though. I like it, but part of me hates it. Is like, no, we can't let them. Let them get too happy.
There's a bunch of them as well. It's more like what they are now.
Anytime Scotland causes an upset, you'll hear about it the most out of like any region in the UK.
I honestly can't still believe that I got forced up by Fade. I was like, oh, because of this exact thing, because I so long.
Scotland are the worst. I love Scotland though.
The thing is, like, I hate Scotland, but all the Scottish players are all sound as hell, like whenever I'm actually with them, it's one thing. But it's completely Okay, so 11-15. You got BR Talrog still at 11. Jamie Jam down 2 places to 12. That's kind of just like inactivity.
I was just about to say the exact same thing. Inactivity. Just pretty much that. I don't really know where his skill lies at the moment. If it maybe, but I feel like he should probably be around that area. Like it's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate.
I think like he challenges the people who are a few ranks above him, like BR Talrog, Shifting, Death Gazer, Alpha Dash maybe, and then like he's also challenged by the people who are just below him.
Below him, so it is literally that.
It's like it makes sense for him to be there. Big story of this section is definitely up from 25th to 13th. PRLS Time Muffin. Yeah,
even I know he's got a lot better, but do you have a bit more information on this? Because 12 spots is kind of crazy. So
Yeah,
I know I'm on the panel, but still, like, I'm still gonna ask you anyway.
So I've got some of his wins written down. Okay, so he beat Willie and DeLong, and then he's beaten Shifting Shadows and Fade as well. Real tournaments, not just weeklies.
Yeah. So he's I know overall playing him, I know he's solid anyway. So I know he came out first in Kickstart pools against Shifting Shadows because there was that whole thing about why they in the same pool, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So, that was. I still feel like he deserves it. Basically.
Yeah.
It's not me taking away from him. I'm just saying. Like, I just wanted you to tell me why.
I think the reason that jump is so big is like obviously I think he's got a good placing there at 13th. But it's just like I think he was underrated last time, so it's been like,
that is a good point.
13, he's gone from like 25 to 13.
Yeah,
it's not enough information, It's the same thing. Like it's Scottish people don't come down enough to get enough judgment.
Definitely. Yes. Speaking of people not coming down, we've got the guy from Ireland who's probably been to the most events, Maxi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maxi's shooting up 7 places.
Yeah, he's beaten Hal 2-0, Time Muffin 3-0, BR Tarog 3-1, and Fade 3-0.
That's a whole bunch of good wins. So yeah, he definitely deserves that. Me looking at this list and then looking at the people below him, I'm just like, he should be there basically.
What I'm actually really happy to see about is like there's a Jigs in the UK again because like I don't think there's been. It's like Tamu in 2009 or 10 when he.
I actually never realized that.
Yeah.
Even you just saying that now, I was like, oh yeah, there's actually not a Jigs.
Yeah,
so he is really
There's been like a couple that have hit like the mid tier, like Meme King, that guy. That sort of thing, but like no one's actually like come onto the PR or threatened to be on the PR.
Yeah. And 14 is pretty high for the only character.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with a whole bunch of foxes on here.
Yeah, I've noticed actually. It's all at the bottom, right? So in the bottom half, it's like 11 foxes.
Yeah,
and then
so
the top half's a bit spread out.
Yeah. But Fade as well. We got another filthy Scottish guy on there. But Fade
huge wins.
Fade deserves it.
Yeah, Air beating Rocky, so that's huge.
What? Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he did. Because I spoke to him about that, and I think it was before we played, and he was just talking about how doable it was, and I was like, it's definitely doable. I said it would definitely be a mini upset, but I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be like, what? That happened? It would. Especially because I know he has Falcon experience.
Yeah.
So that was probably one of the best picks that he could have got in terms of people around Rocky's region, like skill level. So that was a good win for him, definitely.
Yeah. Then also just beaten. Thing is, with these Scottish guys, they've all just beaten each other a couple of times. He's got like 2-0 and 3-0 wins over both Shifting and Time.
Yeah, but because I think before we kind of discredited it when they got wins among themselves, but then I feel like we're starting to respect it a bit more because we probably respect their skill a bit more.
Yeah,
it's not like it's just they're just beating themselves. It's like they're actually kind of good. So we have to kind of credit them, when they do get wins.
Equivalently, the fact that they've had this like tight level where the three of them have been playing against each other and practicing, and like all at a similar level, has probably just allowed them to shoot up over the last 6 months between the rankings as well. Because a lot of places in the UK, you've got like one really good player and then a big gap before the next player, and it's like when you got a bunch of people all at the same level with a good attitude towards just like learning the game, you can really go far.
Yeah.
Right, so moving on to 16 to 20 range, we got Ryan S shooting up 6 places.
Ryan S is just that London, the London guy. He doesn't travel a lot, but I feel like he still has proved himself a bit. Maybe he's had some results I don't know about. Do you have information on you?
So a 3-0 win over Frenzy, Kickstarter.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, I definitely.
We all know about that. Also, 2-0 win over Unreal at the London Weeklies.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's mostly weekly based and weekly and Kickstart based.
One of those things that's tricky,
it is a bit tricky.
But he has been really consistent, I think, actually pushed the play. Okay, I think when he plays the players who are harder than them, he actually pushes them like to the edge and makes them have to really try and respect it, which is like a big sign.
When I look at all the panelists, we've all had experience against him. It's me, Alpha Dash, Frenzy, Fade, BR Tarog, R23. I'm not sure if Fade has experience against him, but the majority of us have had experience against him. So it was a lot easier for us to rank him because we've all had experience against nearly all these guys. So
yeah,
I feel like it was probably one of those cases where maybe our bias probably kicked in a bit, but we still had experience. We still had information to work with, and we all kind of agreed on this information, even though he hasn't proved it on a not a global, on a UK scale.
Yeah, it's like if you're all agreeing on your opinion and it's backing up. Like, it's incomplete data, but it still suggests that he's going to be quite good if he's got these wins, and then you're just kind of just backing that up with what you know from you playing him. Then 17th place we got a new entry, Prips. Another player I think was kind of cheated last time and not being on.
I do remember last time a lot of people were talking about that he should have been on it. So yeah.
So no, like his wins recently haven't been amazing. He beat Frenzy, so that was like the big one, 3-2.
Yeah.
That was a kickstart. And I spoke to R3 just earlier in this podcast actually about how he's just like got a bit better mentality wise, like not got frustrated or like just randomly killing himself, which is something that he used to do all the time. So maybe
you used to get like really mad before.
It just like
in the past.
Not like. Salty rage, but just like he would get pissed off and then kind of like just go in and do something dumb or like try and do loads of more tech skill or something and then I'd die.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't kill himself anymore. He plays just a bit more solid. Like he's not gonna. If you notice, like he hasn't like thrown away any sets to just random bad people. Like in the last.
Yeah. So months. he's been pretty solid overall.
Yeah, he's like brought up his bottom level,
Yeah, which is always important.
Yeah, and then now we got the three fallers. We got. Myself at 18, and then Manu at 19, and then down 8 places at 20 is how.
Explain yourself first.
Explain myself, okay. I don't know, I just haven't been playing that much. I switched to Fox, and it was okay, but...
You did have the legend upset, the legendary... the legend that was on the saltiest moments, it was up for voting. I don't know who won, but I know it was on there for voting. The BR Tarog upset.
I don't know, I just think I've never really been a super consistent player, and I've been practicing a bit less while I've been doing TO stuff and commentary stuff. Yeah. And switching to Fox as well, so it's like, I don't really blame myself for dropping off. I look above me as well, and I'm like, Time Muffin and Fade, like, I feel like they've got the same level of skill as me, but they hit it every single time, and I just hit it like one time in 3, so it's like, I can't complain about that. Like,
yeah, I understand.
We got Manulas down, he's just...
Yeah. He's been relatively around the same level. He was salty that he didn't have Jigs next to his next to his icon, because he actually does play Jigs quite a lot. So he's I don't want to say dual main, but he definitely takes out the Jigs for some matchups.
Yeah, he's really.
But he plays it enough for it to be on there. But he definitely is more of a Fox player. But he's relatively around the same level from what it seems.
Yeah, he's been using the Jigs to try and like make himself not tilt, as far as I can tell. So like in a matchup that he hates, like Fox Samus, he just plays Jigs. So it's like he doesn't have to deal with getting down smashed and crouch cancelled.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then we got the worst,
the
lowest
Fooler. The Fooler.
Yeah, noob.
How to?
Yeah. Okay, so Fox, he switched to Fox, and it's been okay. Like he's maintained his position. He's still on the PR. He hasn't like completely dropped off, but he hasn't really got any big wins with it.
He's got a lot of bad loss, a lot of bad losses from what it seems like. Like I mentioned this in the thread where I posted the picture. Just I kind of want to see him play Marth again, because in my eyes it's not the same situation as Jolteon, where Power Sheik is like quite bad comparatively. But Marth still is super solid in Power. If not more solid, I think he's better. I think he's better in Power than he is in NTSC, relatively anyway. So I'm just like dual main at least. I feel like dual main. Like he says he's enjoying it, I guess. So I can't take it away from him. But part of me still wants him to at least beat people who he was previously beating. It's not nice seeing him lose to people who he was beating before, I should say.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was only back in June he beat Alpha Dash with his Marth at Kickstart.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're beating people that are ranked 8, you probably wouldn't be ranked 20.
Yeah. So like, to me, like it's always gonna be his choice, but I can't lie. I definitely do want to see him just pick up Marth and just beat people that he was beating before, and have
like he'd beaten Bethgazer a couple times as well before. Like they were trading sets, And that's the big deal. Now he's just getting bodied.
Yeah, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him drop off anymore because he's obviously, if he was previously around 12, 14 area, like wherever he was,
12, yeah.
He obviously has the skill to be around that range. So I don't really like seeing that drop off. So
no, yeah. So the final question is: you saying you just want to see his mask back, or do you think like he will be able
in some form?
Yeah.
In my opinion, I would rather just see him stick full out with Marth. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
But he would never do that because he doesn't want to do it, which is fair, which is what he should be doing because he should be doing what he wants. But I definitely want to see it back in some form at least. That's just me.
Okay, cool. So we got the bottom 5 now. This is like the new boys area.
New boys.
Yeah, 4 new entries here. So Maskless in at 21st, Way at 22nd. So we got Scottish player Maskless and that's Irish player Way.
Yeah.
Irish, I think. They both
Mint's brother, right? Way.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't write that down, but it's right. Yeah, Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, Maskless has beaten Shifting, Time Muffin, Fade, and Zeppo, but like never in like a big tournament, only in Scottish weeklies.
Yeah.
So it's like it's good win, but it's like you kind of do hold.
Oh, is he Scottish?
Maskless.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maskless is Scottish.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Way's got wins over Maxi, and then El Guy and Fade. So you know, pretty respectable.
Yeah.
23rd, we've got 8-bit Soy.
Soy staying around the same area, but switching to Fox.
Yeah.
So the next ranking, he kind of made the switch. It seems near the end of the ranking, so it was really hard to move him. So now we're gonna see where he goes from here. It's either up or down. Honestly, I can't see him staying in the exact same position with the character switch. It's either up or it's either down. That's how I see it. And in my personal experience, and from what I've seen, people usually drop down, which I don't want to see. So I have a feeling he's gonna end up dropping off with the switch. That's just what I feel, and I don't want to see that.
I have played him, this Fox, a lot, and I think if he switched to Fox like a month earlier, and people saw him and had more information on his Fox this ranking, I don't think he would have been ranked. I don't like to say that because it's
I kind of get the same gist. Like that's what I kind of feel as well. So.
It's just like it's not a bad thing because you go through like this phase where you have to drop down and like you have to just go back to the basics of the character. So you always gonna have this dip before you rise. So like now really the question is just to him like, are you gonna actually bring your Fox up and get step to the next level? Because I've always felt with him that like. He really needs to get a bit more creative with the way that he plays, and I don't want to say that Pikachu is carrying him because that's not the case, but like he definitely got a lot of his like really stable wins over people below him by just like stuff that they're not used to in my experience. Like when people kind of figured him out, it felt like they just beat him every time, and then
because it has seemed like stuff's getting a lot harder for him.
Yeah.
So basically, is he gonna be a frenzy or is he gonna be a howl? That's basically it. Are you gonna be a frenzy or are you gonna be a howl?
Yeah.
Sorry, howl.
I respect Fox in general anyway because he was talking about horrible matchups Pikachu like Peach and Ice Climbers.
Yeah, I have heard Ice Climbers is pretty brutal. I haven't heard too much about Peach, but I know the Ice Climber one is kind of brutal.
Yeah. Right, and then in 24 we've got 23.
23.
Yeah, we got it's Fox main from I think he's from Brighton, but like
no, he's from London. He's a Londoner.
I think he's like from one and lives in the other or something like that. Like I think he's originally.
Oh really? Okay.
He comes to a lot as like he's always in just like random Brighton locals.
Because he comes to the UK he comes to the London locals a lot.
I think like maybe he has family in one and he studies in the other or something like
that. Yeah, something like that. I didn't know he goes to Brighton one day. But he's just
like there's a pub tournament with like 10 people in Brighton that he won, and it's like why are you there? Like you have some reason, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, he's been getting a few good wins. I know he's beaten Ryan a few times. He's a weekly guy, and I told him stop going to weeklies, start traveling to basically just outside of weekly events like Southampton, Attack on Southampton, some random event somewhere. And he said, he definitely wants to do it because he's actually pretty good. So
He came down.
He's another.
SCR 11, I think it was, and basically, Mean King's got this conspiracy that he threw in pools so that he could win the amateur bracket prize because, like, he 3-0'd everyone in amateur bracket. Got, like,
he's good. He's actually good.
Cool, like Mario figure or something. Like,
he's actually pretty good. So he needs to. He's one of the people who I can actually look at and be like, okay, I feel like you're probably gonna be in a higher position next time. And if he hears me say this, don't be one of those guys that when someone says this, they start getting worse. Like we were talking about earlier on in this podcast. But yeah, I feel like he's probably going to be one of those guys who's probably not going to stay around that 24 area. He's probably going to get higher. That's what I feel.
I think with this 20 to 25 range, it's kind of like if you're there, you're not going to be there next time. You've either dropped off, gone to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Or actually get good,
Yeah.
Like, Soy stayed there, but I think, he would have, if there was a bit more time to judge his Fox, like, he would have done one or the other. Yeah. Everyone else, there's completely fresh people there every time. So, 25th, rounding off, we got Captain Zeppo, other Scottish player.
Yeah.
Falcon with a bit...
I feel like he was in one of the rankings, maybe 2 rankings ago. Maybe. So he came out, he was in, and then he went out in the last one, and then he came back in. I'm pretty sure he was in one of them. So he's a bit of a re-entry, which I feel like is actually a bad sign, because I feel like that's probably him verging around that area and not pushing forward. So he's been playing for quite a while. I don't know if much is going to change, but I feel like he might keep on verging around that area. Like maximum, I could probably see him going to, unless something changes, is like 19. But that's just, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think you got a reasonable assessment there. Like, I haven't seen anything that's been like, oh, okay, this guy's shown like he can beat someone like a level above him, but like he's just consistent. Like, can fight against the people who are in the 20 to 25 range, and it's like, I think there's just a lot of players at this sort of level, and that's why we got these honorable mentions here as well. It's just like, it's hard to judge, but he's been around for a long time and seems like pretty solid, so that's why he made it on the 25th, as opposed to some others.
Definitely.
So those honorable mentions, we got JMG, Hen, and Lawster. So JMG,
the only person
we got the Ryan S brother. You must have played against him.
Yeah, I played against him quite a bit. Definitely, I feel deserving of at least an honorable mention. But definitely not deserving of being on there yet. Both of them just need to travel outside of weeklies a lot more. Do you know more about Hen and Lawster? Because I don't really know, except for Lawster beat Alpha Dash and stuff.
Beat That's Alpha Dash and Willie and got 33rd. So that's pretty significant.
I didn't know he beat Willie. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Everyone was too busy talking about how he beat Alpha Dash, and then forgot about the fact he went 3rd. Then we got Hen, which is, as far as I know, Time Muffins' brother. And he's got wins over Shifting Shadows.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shifting Shadows, Jam, and Fade, like big Scottish tournaments, which is pretty big. He got top 8 at Hype Sparring 5, beating Jam 3-1, I think it was.
Oh yeah, I do remember that actually, because he was complaining about the Peach matchup and stuff.
Yeah. Jamie was like, had waited so long to go on stream and then kind of got embarrassed and he was not happy about it.
Yeah.
So we got that's the top 25 all rounded out.
Yeah. I like when I go through the comments once it gets posted on the Melee UK, and like I always ask people's opinions because I want to see if anyone feels like something's just way out of place. What are you guys doing? Like, this is stupid. But no one really seemed to do that. I feel like everyone pretty much kind of agrees with the list, which I kind of like. I think that's happened every single time, except for with the Scottish people last time.
Yeah.
I feel like every list has kind of accurately represented how things actually are. I mean, if they aren't, and people, I always tell people to comment, what do you think's wrong, where do you think this person should be, but people seem to actually like this list. I think it's a good list.
I think you need to make it worse next time so that people get saltier, because
it's too reasonable. It's too much reasonable decisions.
Just put me in top 10 next time.
We need to chuck some of the Scots just lower down for
off the bottom.
Yeah, put like a few of them in honorable mention just for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good to see some shifting about as well. Like Min and Frenzy, the biggest right. Min's Frenzy, Shifting Shadows, all and Time Muffin and Fade, all shifting up like massively.
Yeah.
Which is really good. Like that, it's kind of like out with the old, in with the new in a little way.
Yeah.
In the like, okay, so if we look at the players who've gone up, we got Min. He's like not like brand new, but newish. Not like Frenzy new. Okay, Shifting's the exception of the old school. We got Time Muffin, Maxi Fade, Ryan S. Like not old school players at all. And then the people who dropped down is like Alpha Dash, Death Gazer, Jam, me, Manulo's the exception, and then How To. It's like they're all old men who've just not been playing enough, you know.
But funny enough, the one of the most old school players, VA, could potentially overtake Fuzzy.
Yeah. He's like broken through to the other side.
Yeah. So that speaking of old school, that could actually happen.
No, in fact, I've already recorded it, but it's going to be the next section of the podcast because editing magic. But the next section is with VA. I'm talking to him about choking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly. How he's.
Is this pre Big House?
Yeah, this is going to come out pre Big House. So it's like I'm talking to him about his expectations for that and what he wants to do there. I'm like,
that's cool.
He's overcome choking and where he wants to be, and it's all interesting stuff. I'm sure you can listen to it. And
I guess the pod. Well,
all the audio guys right now.
Yeah, they're just gonna hear it next, and I'm gonna have to wait like a few days.
Yeah.
Flip's sake. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to? Is there anywhere people can follow you? All that stuff.
VWS_Professor. This is mostly just a podcast for the UK, so shout out to the UK because it's pretty much about us. At the end of the day, I always want to see people get better. In general, I like seeing people get better, which is why it frustrates me when I see people like how dropping off. Because even though he's enjoying it, I never want to see someone just performing worse and everyone in the UK just keep getting better. I hope this ranking sparks some kind of drive in everyone, and especially the people that aren't on it at all who want to be on it. Because I know there's a lot of people who aren't on it who want to drive towards being on this list, which I hope a lot of the UK do. So just keep on playing, attend events, post, just try to meet up with people, just play, and I love the UK. That's my only shout out, UK.
That's good. That's good. I'd like to hear it. All right, thanks very much. Bye.
All right, see ya.
Right, so now it's time for the last part of the podcast, Smash Goals. This week we've got the UK's finest peach, Vanity Angel. I'll be talking to him about his Smash career, including big recent wins, his hopes for Big House, and his just general aspirations for the future. So, hello, Robbie.
Yo, how's it going?
Right, let's dive right in. In the last couple months, you got some really exceptional wins, I would say. So, Prof, Armster, Zagetto, and Adam as well. And they've all been like in quite a recent period, basically in August and then September. So I just kind of want to get to the bottom of that. Like, what happened? Is this something in your mind, or is it just like your practice changed, or like?
I think it's a bit of both. I had been practicing a lot before I went to Japan, but I kind of knew before I went that I wasn't really going to be playing for 3 months. I did play twice in Japan, but anyway, I mean, but when I came back, I really started practicing again, like the way I was before I left. And also something just, I guess, like spending time away from it, having a bit of a break. I just realized how much it means to me, how much I want it. So it's like, I really just wanted to change my mindset and really just like be able to focus in those pressure situations. I think I showed that I can from like the contract and stuff. So
Yeah, the contract was really good watching, especially with you having being matched up against Armster so early in the bracket. It was like everyone was sort of like crying, no, our UK player is going to get just like eliminated straight away, and then you gave it to him.
Yeah, I knew I was going to win. Before I played Armster, I was like, I know I'm going to beat you if I play you, and obviously that's the key to beating someone is having that mindset. And I had a really horrible journey there. It was 6 or 7 hours driving, loads of traffic. I felt I was late for the contract. I didn't even know if I would be able to enter. I arrived. I played 2 casual matches. I played 2 warm-up matches with Ice against Tashik. I won them both. And I was like, okay, I'm good. Let's go. I started out playing bad against Amza, but I was just, the whole time in my head, I was just like, I know I can win if I play well. And started to play better after I won that one game, and just went from there.
Yeah, no, that's really impressive stuff because like I don't want to hit on a sore spot or anything, but like in the past or in your like quite long career in Smash, like there's been a few chokes, a few like bits where nerves have got to you.
It's a long history of choking. You probably don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even know all of it.
I mean, my third tournament, Frostbite had just come off winning Annika Rules 2, and I was we were 1-1, and I was like 3 stocks to 1. He was on high percent with Ma. And that's when I made Samus, and I was like, okay, I can beat the best player in the country right now, and I dropped it, and it's happened to me so many times.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Would you is there something that you think? Do you think spending the time away helped, or was it like? A lot of new players have problems with choking as well, and just new and old. So I'm just wondering, whilst you're here, is there anything you could say that's this is what I did to help me overcome choking, or is it not so simple?
I don't know if it's just one thing, and I don't. I think it's a combination of things, just clicking, kind of.
Okay.
But what I would say is just focus on the game. You just want to play and try to forget your ego. It doesn't matter who you are, who you're playing against. None of the other stuff matters. You love playing the game. That's what you want to do. So just focus on doing that and nothing else really outside of it. I guess that's what I try to hold in my mind anyway.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good stuff. That's really interesting to hear. So yeah, obviously they had the contract, so there's obviously the really intense playing, and also there was the voting and the nominations and everything. We had a similar experience now with Big House, which was a bit more touch and go, in terms of getting in or not. So how was the whole before we talk about the actual tournament, the whole experience of the voting and then the money being raised in the compendium? How was that for you?
It was confusing. I didn't really understand how it worked, so I thought being nominated, there were 3 of us, and we would be funded one by one.
Yeah.
And what I started to realize is that when one player got funded, they would replace them, and so there would always be 3 or so getting money contributed towards them, and I started to see other people being funded ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I was confused. I was so ecstatic to be on it in the first place. With all the support from the UK, it was just really overwhelming. I didn't really know that was going to happen, and felt really surprised and excited. So when the funding started coming in and it wasn't really going my way, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm probably not going to make it. And I kind of came to accept that right away, and just felt like I would just take it as an opportunity to be well, I need to make people take notice of me, and I can do that, so this is fine. But Armada actually contacted me and was like, you need to make a Reddit post, you need to start promoting yourself, you can do this. Kept periodically I'd get the odd message from him come on man, you're nearly there.
Yeah.
And I think that really kept me going. If he hadn't have done that, I probably just wouldn't have done anything, and I may not be going to Big House right now. So yeah, I don't know. It was on the last night. I was at Kickstart. I was on 75% of the goal, and it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was going to bed. And some rep from Big House was like, you need to stay awake and see if you get funded so you can enter because the registration is closing. I was like, no, I'm just going to register, just wait, see what happens in the morning. So I spent 90 quid, maybe I'll get in. And it was it was amazing to get in, but it's also I've got 3 weeks to organize this fucking massive trip to America, and it's been crazy trying to get it all together. So yeah.
Yeah, sounds pretty insane. Nail biting stuff as well, right at the end.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, Big House. Okay, so I've got the question I've written down here is, what are your hopes / expectations? So do you wanna go on that? Do you have any hopes or expectations, or?
Well, mainly I'm excited to be playing in maybe in the Europe cruise.
Yeah.
So I've had some discussion about that on Facebook with the European players attending, and it seems likely if Leffen doesn't go that I'll be playing cruise. So yeah. I'm really hoping for a good performance in cruise. I've done well in the past for the UK.
Yeah.
I'd really like to rep Europe in the same way, just play really good. And I'm really excited to just play Mango, S2J, all these players I've been watching for years. It's been 6 years since I've had the chance to play them, so I'm super hyped just for that. And basically my goal is just enjoy myself. This is an amazing experience, and I just really want to I want to focus on that. I just want to be there and enjoy it, and there's nowhere else I want to be other than there. So I'm just like, I don't know where I'll place. I don't know how well I'll do, but like, it's just going to be amazing. And I really want to take it for what it is and just be like, this is an amazing opportunity and just play my best. Like, that's all I can do.
Yeah, no, I think the whole of the UK is like really happy to see a representative other than just Prof going out to America and like being able to show them, okay, Europe is a bit more than just Armada and Leffen, which is what you hear about, and also just like putting the UK on the map beyond just like, oh, that's Snake Player, or or whatever, or like just showing they have more than just one guy. And like with you being able to beat Prof last month, having someone on a very similar level should be really, really good to see in America.
I really want to take some names. Like, people don't know Apex. I nearly beat Chudat, the original Apex, but like, these things. My experiences in Smash have been really under the radar, so like, I have a lot of experience against. I've been to like America and played Silent Warps, like Eggs, like people. I don't know. It's people don't necessarily hear that much about it. You join the scene like in the last 2-3 years, you have no idea what's gone before you in the last like 8 years, and I don't know. It's just a chance for me to show what I can do, and I really want to do that.
Yeah, no, that's really great. So yeah, what I've got written down here is when you went to Apex the first time, you lost only to Mango and Cactuar. Is that right? And got 33rd.
That is in bracket, but I actually didn't make bracket properly. I got to bracket because someone dropped out of my pool after beating me and qualifying. So I lost to a lot of like weird players.
Okay. We can just forget about that, 33rd losing to Mango and Cactuar. That's a great story.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's what actually happened. But interestingly, if you looked up the results on Smashballs, you would see the guy, like, the person that came 33rd was the guy that dropped out of pools, not me. So
I see.
It's really weird. But yeah, these are the old days of Smash.
Yeah. Smashballs, I remember the days.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. The next thing I want to get onto is kind of it's a bit of a big question, but I just want to ask, like, what is your... Have you got, like, you said you're taking Smash a lot more seriously and you realize how much it means to you, like, do you have, like, a plan of where you want to be in a year's time, or if it's 2 years' time?
Yeah, like, I have written down goals. I don't really want to, like, divulge exactly what I'm planning, but, I mean, like, ultimately, at the very end, like, it would be to be the best in the world. Like, there's never been anything else that I've wanted since the start. I'm driven to get that, and like, that is my ultimate goal, but I have a more short-term goal for where I want to be by September next year. Like, I want to achieve it, and then I'll tell everyone what it is.
Fair enough. Also, we touched on earlier a little bit about promotion and how you're saying how Armada messaged you saying, okay, you need to get yourself out there. And obviously, in the contract, you were playing literally for a contract for a sponsorship deal. So, is there anything that you'd want to, like, just put out there for sponsors to know, just to say, like, how seriously you're taking it?
Smash is everything to me, and like, if you were someone listening to this and you're thinking about sponsoring a Smash player, I am a really good bet right now, because I'm going to be going up in the next year. Like, there's just nowhere else for it. Like, I made it into the top 10 in Europe in like a week. I'm so dedicated to it. Like, I practice 2-3 hours a night after getting home of a full day of work. Like, I want this, like, more than anything. So, and I'm also like, right now I'm not really in a place to be making content, but it's something I showed that I've got like skills in writing, and I've got like some ideas for like video content that I really want to make, and I'm just like not in a place to be able to do it right now. I have like really bad internet, but when the opportunity comes, I'll be making content, and I think, yeah, I would say I'd be a really good person to represent any sponsor in the upcoming year, over the next year.
Yeah, that's really great. That's really great to hear, and I think we just got like a lot of really good insight out of you today, which has been really good. Is there anywhere where people can maybe follow you?
Oh yeah. Follow me on Twitter. It's Vanity Angel SSBM. That's sort of like the main place that I've been using to communicate like about Smash at the moment. I'm on Facebook, but I don't have like a Facebook page or anything.
Yeah.
So definitely, and I am going to be starting a Tumblr at some point, which will be like a blog, and That would be Vanity Angel Smash, I think, probably as well. So just look out for it. Yeah.
All right then. Well, on behalf of I think the whole of UK and Europe, like we wish you all the best of luck at Big House. We really want to see you do well.
I will.
Then I want to say a big thank you for coming on the first episode of the new Off the Battlefield.
Oh, sweet! I didn't even know, but yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. I think we'll have to call it there. But thank you very much, Robbie.
No problem.
Speak to you soon.
Yeah, speak to you soon.